Alright, and welcome back. Today I have for you something a little bit different, this being the MiG-21 BIS SAU, or SAU, however you want to say it. Basically, this is just a MiG-21 BIS, but for the German tech tree. This thing is pretty good, sitting at 11.0, so I figured I would take a few matches and just show you guys how it goes. The few matches I did, they weren't exactly the best, but that is just because I'm not the best ARB player in the world. So yeah, let's see how we do. First match here, we have a MiG-23 who was off to my right somewhere just now. I just saw him. Yep, there he is. And I want to shoot a missile at him since he is distracted by my friendly F4J, but then I see another J7 down below me. I'm not entirely sure which target I should have gone for here, but then I kind of wanted to prioritize the MiG-23 since he is a bit dangerous. Fire a missile, but then it goes for the J7's flares. He is popping flares, so I'm just not even going to bother shooting another one because these R60s are extremely flare hungry. So instead, I'm just going to, well, gun him out of the air. Miss like half my rounds before actually hitting him, and he's going to burn up. MiG-23 still distracted on my teammates, so I'm just going to prep a R60 and then send it on its merry way. He is going to collect it, and that is 2 kills right off the bat. Pretty good so far. The J7 is going to burn up here soon enough. Do see another J7. I want to shoot a missile, but he is pre-flaring. He's going extremely slow. My friendlies are near, and I don't want to accidentally team kill on them. And, well, he gets gunned down immediately. There are like 50,000 enemies behind us, so I kind of just want to get out of here. If I stick around any longer, well, I'm just going to die. There is no buts about it. I just want to escape this hellhole that is, well, the enemy. There are too many people around for me to even begin to count, so we're just gonna fast forward until we actually get some separation. And by separation, I mean have a MiG-23 behind me for like the entirety of the time. But we are far away from his team, so I can actually fight him. He's gonna fire R60, and I'm just gonna flare it away. And I want to get behind him, so I'm going to cut throttle here. I might pop the air brakes, but I'm not entirely sure just yet because this guy is still cutting into me. So I want to pick up a little bit more speed. He is he has cut his afterburner and is popping air brakes, so he's going to be bleeding a lot more speed than me. So he's actually just going to somewhat stick behind me, but then he kind of makes a mistake here by turning his afterburner back on, and he picks up some speed, which allows me to actually cut in behind him. Now that I am behind him, I could probably get a shot in, but then he is going to do what I would believe is the Timu version of a Cobra, and I'm just gonna miss all my shots. I cannot aim this 23 to save my life, and now we are in a bit of a pickle, because I am in front of him once again. He's behind me, so he could get a shot on me if he pleases, but he makes a mistake and picks up speed by using his afterburner. So now he is in front of me once again. He's gonna cut in, and this should be a free kill if I can actually land the shot, which I should do right here, and there goes his wing. He's gonna end up dying, and that is the first match. We get 3 kills. By the time we go back to the middle of the field, my entire team is dead, and I end up dying to a J7. Next match here, there's a MiG-23 in front of me, a MiG-21. I want to take care of the MiG-21, but he sees me, he starts coming forward, and he's popping flares, so I can't use a R60. F5E in front of me, or is that a C? I think it was an E, I don't remember. It is indeed an E. Gonna fire R60 at him since he's not paying attention. Tornado, I want to shoot a missile at him. Last second pops a flare that I did not see, so unfortunately that defeats the R60. Another MiG-23 off to my left, but so are a bunch of other enemies. Gonna fly in between the fire there just in case someone wants to fire a missile. Hopefully I can get a kill with the R60 here, but he does see it, he does flare it, so it is defeated. MiG-21 coming in again. Don't want to get shot by him, so I'm just gonna continue turning around because I want this MiG-23 dead. He is turning back towards me. He is basically a sitting duck, and I can just gun him out. Take off his wingtip. He's gonna go in a flat spin. He's gonna end up dying. Fire R60 at the J8B and a head-on, but he ends up flaring it with his own missile, and we're gonna end up getting gunned down once again. Next match here, F4S in front of me. He's extremely far, but I'm going to fire a missile anyway. Hopefully it can hit him, get him off my teammate. Unfortunately, either it was too far away or he flared it. I'm not entirely sure which one. Avoid the F104, don't get hit by him. MiG-23 coming in, fire R60 point blank range. He's going to flare it too late and he's going to eat it. Another MiG-23, I can't fire the missile because there's a flare behind him, so I'm just going to avoid his. F4E, MiG-23 and the F4S can't exactly do much to them, so I'm just gonna avoid them altogether. Gonna keep running away. MiG-23, I want to shoot him down, but he's turning too tight. If I continue to stick that, I will die. So I'm gonna run away. Avoid the F4S. And look at this. Look at all the enemies behind me. What am I gonna do here? There's not much I can really do against it. The only thing I can really do is just try to get to some teammates to have them help me. F4S fires what I thought was an AIM-9L or AIM-9J or whatever it has. It is indeed an AIM-9F. We're gonna somehow avoid it, but use a lot more countermeasures than I actually wanted to. And now we only have 2. So I can avoid 1 more missile and that's about it. Friendly tornado here, and he's gonna go head on with the absolute swarm of enemies, and he's gonna get shot down by like 3 missiles. But the enemy isn't the one who gets the kill. It is our friendly tornado. That's really lovely, dude. I'm not sure how you managed that one, but oh well. He actually does kill an F4EJ, which is very helpful. Going up and over, this F4E is turning too tightly. I can follow it, but this might actually end up getting me killed. I see the F104, he's going extremely slow. This is a very ambitious shot, but I'm going to fire the R60 anyway. Hope it hits. It unfortunately doesn't. Teammate Tornado is coming in. He's going to miss all of his rounds. F4E is still turning tightly. F4S coming in. Don't get the shot in. Unfortunate. Another F4S once again. Going to fire the R60, and he is going to collect it straight into his head. Turn around, F104, and I'm going to fire another R60 in. Unfortunately, as I fire it, he gets set on fire by the tornado, so it is a bit of a steal. I'm very sorry about that, but what can you do? 2 Phantoms here. This is a bit of a tough one. I have no flares. There is a MiG-23. I just have to pray that he doesn't have a missile. And maybe I could kill these Phantoms. Unfortunately, the MiG-23 does have a missile, and yeah, I'm just going to eat it. There was nothing else I could have done. Last match here is going to be in replay form, because unfortunately I can't record things properly. And by record things properly, I mean I just completely forgot to save this recording. MiG-21 in front of me, J-7D to my left, and an F-104 in front of me as well. Right now, the F-104 is shaping up to be the more deadly target because he is extremely fast and he has AIM-9Js. I'm going to fire the R-60 at him. Going to fire R-60 at the MiG-21. F-104 eats the missile. MiG-21, however, doesn't. F-8E, he's going to absolutely explode. And there's a F-8U in front of me. He is going slow. He's focused on my friendly A5. So that missile should connect into the back of his head. And there he goes. A-10 is to my right. Don't want to piece the AIM-9L, so I'm just going to pop some flares so I can actually just get away from them. Su-25 in front of me. It looks like he's just paying attention to the nature in front of him, so this R-60 should connect to his tail. And there it goes, and boom. He is going to die. A-10 in front of me. I wanted to shoot an R-60 at him, but he was kind of a bit squirrely. Didn't want to waste it, so I'm just going to switch the guns. Missed like half my rounds before actually taking off his wingtip. And he's going to hug a tree. Say hello to the nice squirrels for me. F5 behind me. He is turning for me, I think. So I'm just going to keep turning so he can actually turn into my team. Bleed all of his speeds, but unfortunately my teammates are going to fail to kill him. 2 A-10s in front of me. Want to shoot an R-60, but then I was like, nah, if I did that, either AIM-9 will kill me or his 30mm. And I was not about that life. Don't do what I'm doing here because this will just get you killed. But considering that it is only 2 A-10s and the F5 is very far away, I figured I'd do it anyway. Fire R-60 at the A-10, somehow his flares don't deflect it. Deciding if I should finish him with the guns or not, but I was like, you know what, I'll leave him. He might not be able to recover it, so he might end up just dying. F5 is going extremely slow. Prep the R60, but he's a bit too close to the A-10's flares, and he's basically now flying in between them, so it wouldn't have hit him anyway. He's going too slow to even dodge it, and I don't think he notices me, so I'm just gonna gun him out of the air. There he goes. And we're gonna go about our merry way. That is our 6th kill, and I want to kill this other A-10. But due to him free-flaring, I won't be able to get a shot off with the R60. And he's going to collect AIM-9J to the back of his head and hug a tree from my teammate. Thank you, teammate. That was very nice. Gonna keep flying because there's not many enemies left. Fast forward a bit, here is the other A-10, which took me like 5 years to find. Flare his AIM-9L, I'm gonna go up and over. If he follows it, either two things happen. Either I die, or he dies. However, I do have a friendly coming in, which I didn't notice until I actually looked around. And this teammate is basically gonna keep him nice and slow for me. He fires our AIM-9L at him, and he flares it, which is surprising, since not a lot of SUs love to flare in a head-on. I do want to kill him here. Can't get the missile lock because of his flares, so I'm just going to switch to guns, and I'm going to have a very terrible time leading that. I shot it way too low. So we're just going to go up and over again. The Su-25 is coming in. He's going to miss his run as well. A-10 is still reflaring because he has like a billion flares. So I can't even get a missile lock on him. Unfortunately, the Su-25 is going to fly straight into his guns, and he's going to die. But this leaves the A-10 wide open for me, and I can actually get a proper gun kill on him and tear his wing apart. That is our 7th kill. And the last guy is a J7. He's extremely high up. I was hoping he wasn't paying attention to me so I can get an R60 kill on him. Unfortunately, well, as you can see there, he flares it away. The J70 is essentially just an overtiered MiG-21 MF, so his engine and his performance just can't keep up with me. However, I ended up slowing down a bit too much, so I won't be able to get a gun hit on him. I'm kind of just floating in the air, wouldn't have been able to pull in tight enough, and he's basically stalled himself out. I won't be able to get the kill here, but my friendly J7 behind me does just slap him out of the air with a missile. That is a 7-kill game, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Maybe I might do more stuff like this in the future, but we will see.